Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Who you with Kirk? I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kirk, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. Welcome to Speak On It. 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 Welcome to Speak. 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 Who you with, Kirk, dog? Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kirk, dog. Who you with, Kirk, dog. Happy Sunday to everyone. Hopefully y'all had a great weekend. Hopefully y'all are being safe because COVID is still alive and well. Question of the day. What have you learned from this pandemic, good or bad? You can chat live with us in the chat room. Also, we're going to talk about the mayor, Brandon Whipple, out of Wichita, Kansas. And I'm going to talk about New Mexico. Seen a video today about the Proud Boys, so we'll talk about that also. And also, Trump. Welcome to the show, T. Cal. Already in the place to be. Happy Sunday to you. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Feel much better than what I did Thursday night. Thursday, it was rough. But we are here today. So the question of the day is, what have you learned from this pandemic, good or bad? You could type your answer in the chat room. So looking today, the mayor of Wichita, Kansas, Mayor Brandon Whipple, which is kind of crazy. There's some crazy folks out here. So this guy actually made a threat to the mayor. He actually, I believe he was a retired fireman for Kansas, and on Friday he ended up sending someone within the mayor office because they put a mask restriction on. So put a mask restriction. He gets it to him and basically told him he believed the hangman need to come see him, wanted to cut his throat and kill him, and all because he's a Democrat. Yeah, it's a lot of crazy folks in the world. Now, the mask restriction have been put in place to try to help save your life, but here it is, you're trying to kill this man because he put the order in place. It don't make a difference what party you are, but just by your response, it kind of seemed like I know what party you're rolling with, because you are listening to someone who actually have caught COVID, that didn't want to wear a mask and still refusing to wear a mask and still holding rallies without a mask. So I understand who you supporting, but it's not about parties. COVID is real. And some people actually think he didn't get it. So it's interesting. But he talked about kidnapping him, cutting his throat, and told him that the hangman need to come see him and ask someone for his address. Somebody at the mayor's office text him and asked for his address because they wanted to take out these things on this man for trying to protect the lives of the citizen of Wichita, Kansas, which to me is just crazy. Here it is. A lot of people don't believe COVID is not real. They still don't believe it, but too many lives have been lost. And not only that, the numbers are continue to go up. Just because we have a leader that doesn't believe COVID is real, it's it's not it's real. It's real. Keep going without wearing a mask and see where that'll lead to. TCal said I didn't really learn anything, but it confirmed what I already know. I love my husband, the time we spent together, and truly enjoy each other company. Amazing and priceless. Exactly. That's a good thing. Welcome to the show, Radio Chaos out of Canada. Wow, what is going on with some people? This is nuts. Yes, it is. Uh, Kate T Cal said, COVID confirmed my love. Hey, you must have a lucky husband. But yeah, that is crazy how people are responding. And he said he wanted to do it because he was a Democrat. Well, the thing is about COVID, it don't care who you are, what party you represent. It don't care who you vote for. It don't discriminate. It will take you out, your family out. It'll take all of us out, and it won't care. So the best thing we could do is try to protect ourselves as much as we can. And all this other foolishness is it's unnecessary. It's crazy to even uh, do it. I'm checking some things because we're supposed to be broadcasting on another platform, and I'm trying to see if it's on there or not. Can't really tell, but if someone is out there on on Instagram, definitely let me know. Put a chat in the chat room. Let me know if you're listening, what platform you're listening from. So hopefully it's working. I had some trouble with it Thursday night, try to get it up. Don't know for sure if it came up, but we here tonight though. And we here to talk about what's going on in the world. Also, as you can see, I have on my pink tonight supporting breast cancer, and we're still fighting for a cure, still fighting for one. So um, to all the breast cancer survivors are the ones that have lost loved one to breast cancer, I'm supporting you. um, so yeah, that's crazy how people think all of this is a hoax, and I blame Trump for that. I blame Trump for it, for the simple fact he still say it's fake news. He still refused to wear a mask. Um, when you have followers that believe everything they say, that's the type of reaction we're gonna get. But if you think it's fake, um, why don't you go on over there to New Mexico? Um, New Mexico hospitalization is up by 101%. That's a lot. 101% it's up. And the numbers continue to rise. And people thinking that all of this is fake news. No, it's not. Go visit one of those hospitals. Talk to somebody who've had COVID. Look at Chris Christie. Um, he didn't want to wear a mask, but he just got out the hospital the other day after spending 7 days in a hospital. He come out and said, "Look, I didn't think it was real, but now he have a different outlook on it. So don't think just because Trump is saying, "Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's a good thing." No, it's not a good thing. You have a 50-50 shot. You don't know if you're going to make it out of it or not. So if you get COVID, it's a fight. You have a 50-50 shot. It could go either way. So do not listen to that clown that is in the White House thinking that you're going to be okay. Um, Radio said, I feel bad for the people working in the hospital there. They must be pulling long shift. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. And not only that, it's 22 other states that have seen spikes in the numbers also. So it's not getting better. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. We don't have a cure for it. And all these folks that's talking about, oh, I don't want to wear a mask. Well, that's your choice. But at the same time, when you get it, that's on you. Hope you have insurance, because what's going to happen, we're going to start seeing GoFundMe accounts go up. But once again, it's your choice. You making that choice to decide if you want to wear a mask or not. If it Well, I had that choice too. I wear one. I wear it all the time. Radio said I wear one. It's not that big of a deal. No, it's not. Yeah, it at times it get uncomfortable here in Texas. It get hot. So yeah, but I prefer to have that on instead of having a ventilator on. But once again, that's why come November the 3rd, and we've seen the numbers. I just hope people are voting smart, because we need to get Trump out of office for the simple fact he don't care. He don't care about none of you. You could continue to support Trump. It's not going to end well for you. T. Cal said people just get common courtesy. Don't get common courtesy. Exactly. You have to protect yourself. These numbers are not fake. Matter of fact, um, I want to say it was Kansas. They said they only going to give out numbers now on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. They're not going to give a daily update, which they should. Um, oh, I didn't hear about that. Let me pull it up. So yeah, the people need to realize this is no game. This is not a joke. It's nothing to play with. And people really think, um, he said, I just realized what you said. Don't talk about Velveto like that. No, that's Cheeto, President Cheeto. Velveto made some great nachos, queso. Um, so definitely, um, but people, I don't understand people. They really feel like this virus is not that important. It's not that serious. And it's all because of Trump. That's why I say we have a poor leader, very poor. Damn, I sound like him. We have a very, very poor leader. um, yeah, I need to stop that one because I don't need to sound nothing like him. But we have a poor leader within Trump, and he's taken this virus as a joke the whole time. So, and I'm surprised people, well, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'll take that back. Um, I'm surprised people, damn, I just said it again. I'm not surprised, but people are still believing what he's telling them. people, you have to wake up and realize that this man is not good. It's not going the way it should be going. And it's getting worse. The numbers are going up. Look at uh some of the other countries that are having problems. So it's getting bad. And people don't realize that it's getting bad. So um if you came onto the show, I'm doing several things. I see the numbers are going up. Welcome to the show. Unfortunately, I'm running I'm running on different streams. So if I don't see you come in and don't speak to you, please don't take it personal. I'm trying new things. We're supposed to be on a new platform and not sure if we're on there or not. Um, but hopefully we are. Now I have to look more into it once we get off there. Radio said I watched a new documentary on Trump. It's called hashtag unfit. I'm gonna have to pull that up because that's he's very unfit, and Trump don't care about none of us. He care about getting his pockets fat, his family pocket fat, and that's it. That's just like he avoided the question the other day about his taxes in his town hall meeting. And bottom line, you didn't pay your taxes. You trying to beat the system to keep from paying it. TK responded back to radio. I know it had to be good. I'm sure it is good. I'm gonna have to check it out. Uh, he said it just came out in September. What platform did you see it on Netflix or on demand? Um, Let me know what you seen it on, if I can know exactly where to go, if I can see it also. So tonight, the question is, what have you learned from this pandemic, good or bad? I know me personally, um, I've always been told that everybody is not your friend. And I've noticed a lot of people that I've known for many of years during this time, they started to show their ass a little bit um, because they have one view, I have a different view, and they refuse to just agree to disagree. Instead, it becomes more of an issue where they feel like because they white, they right. That ain't always the truth. So um, so it really showed me a lot. I've always been a loving person. I treat everybody how they treat me. If some people don't like it, some people say I'm cocky. Well, you have to believe in yourself and whatever you do before anybody else believe in you. So, um, which is fine. Um, People may feel like I'm cocky, but oh well. Guess what? End of the day, I'm still happy, and if you ever need me, I'll still be there for you. So, um, so that's some of the things I've learned. Being closer to my wife. We had an opportunity of spending a lot of time together and um, renewing our relationship a little bit more. So that was really good, and just doing everything. Um, Welcome to the show, Eva Donkey. I see you came in tonight. Uh, Radio said COVID talk mean that critical thinking is becoming a lost skill. Use your brain and do your research to make an informed decision. Yes, yes, you definitely need to do your research because we have access, not unless you have a flip phone like Aunt Patty, you have access to the internet. And I'm not saying believe everything on the internet because you can't believe all of that, but numbers don't lie. Numbers do not lie. Um, well over 200,000 people have lost their life due to this COVID. And I feel like most of it could have been avoided if this clown would have came out and was honest with us, honest with the people. But he's not. He's gonna say what he want to say. Um, T. Cal said, "This is so true." Radio, common sense isn't common. Exactly. So we have to um, take our stand and make sure we know exactly what's going on and how make sure things are going the way that we feel it should go, and do your homework on it. Do your homework on it, and make sure it's I'm still trying to search this other link. We definitely have to do our research. That's why um before we do a show, I I research everything I'm gonna talk about. Some things come up, and that's why I'm hesitant about talking about it right then, unless I know about it, because I don't want to put out false information. But some people it's okay with doing that. Um, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Welcome to the show, hey Thornton. I didn't see you come in. I didn't even know. I just so happened to look at look at the Facebook and see your comments. She actually made a couple of comments. Not sure why it's not coming in on my stream. I guess it's tripping again. But she said people refuse to think for themselves. It's easier to blame someone else. You're exactly right. You are right. People refuse to take responsibility and also think for yourself, because here it is, it's million of people thinking like Trump. Just because he say it doesn't mean it's fine wine. It's not. um Common sense has gone out the window. Yes, it have gone out the window because people just don't think for themselves anymore. There's no reason why uh no one should be thinking for themselves. um we all should be able to have our own opinion. Don't always take what somebody is telling you. Do your research. That's kind of like my pastor, Pastor Haynes, when he preached, he say, "Hey, don't take my word for it. Read the Bible yourself and do your research. Do your research. Don't just take my word. Do your research also." And that's what we need to do every day in life, especially during these times. Because if we're up here looking at um, the news all day, and some news is not going to report it the way it should be, they're going to report it to get people to listen to them. That's all they're going to do. They're not going to sit back and report it just like it is. That's why it's so much racism in the media, for the simple fact a lot of the news station, they're going to highlight when a minority person do something compared to a non-minority person, basically a white person do something. It could be the same crime. You may not hear about it on the news. If a white person do something, but you let it be a black or Hispanic, oh, they're gonna talk about it on the news. They definitely gonna talk about it, and they're gonna make it seem like that's all the ones doing the crimes. No, every race are doing crimes, but the only ones you really hear about are black and Hispanics. That's it, and it shouldn't be that way. So that's a problem within itself. Um, Radio said the great musician Frank Zappa once said, "Stupidity is repellent itself at an astonishing rate. It breeds easily and it's self-financing." Ooh, that's deep. That's really deep because people don't realize if you up here listening to someone keep saying over and over again because you admired this person, you in love with this person, you support this person, and everything they say, you feel like it's the truth, but it's not. It's not the truth. That's why we have to take the time and do our own research and look at stuff for ourselves. uh, Find out our own research, find out what's true and what's not true, and uh, just go with it because people, um, they feel like no matter what, oh, he said it, it must be true. No, no, it don't necessarily have to be true. Hell, it been times I come on the show and I may misquoted something, and I come back be like, you know what, I was wrong about it. I come back and correct it because if I do a story, and if especially depends on the story, I check several outlets to make sure everybody is saying the same thing. Because if you don't do your research, you find a couple of outlets that's gonna highlight this, highlight that, but then it turn around you have somebody who's telling the truth. So it's you gotta have common sense. And it's not good that people cannot think for themselves during this time. That's well, I've always thought for myself, but that's one of the biggest things that we need to be able to do as people. Think for ourselves and do our research. Do our research. But instead of just listening to what somebody tell you, I can tell you I have a lucky charm in my backyard, but you never been here. You think it's true? I can tell you I have a money tree in my backyard. Hey, I'm gonna go out here and pick some money off this tree out of here. Next thing you know, you're gonna be trying to come over here and find out where that tree is, trying to get you a couple of dollars. So definitely think for yourself, do your research, know the difference between truth and false information. And while we're talking about Trump, we might well go on and stay with it today. I, I almost fell out my chair earlier. um, he went to church this morning. I think I only heard him going to church one other time, and that's when he was first elected. Now I don't know. Um, hey, he went to church this morning, but of course, you know, and I know it's going to be some cases come up out of there. Why? Because majority of the people in this church did not have their mask on. Um, Radio said if Trump had a money tree in his backyard, it would be 3 billion in debt. Yeah, uh, yeah, it would be. Um, Probably more than that, because he'll find a way to mess that tree up. It'll die somehow. It'll just stop producing money. Um, so Trump went over to the International Church in Las Vegas this morning. Yeah, that was a joke. They're like, because I seen him and the first lady. They both was there, and they told him what to do because I guess they was praying or pretending to be praying. I don't know. I I don't know. Oh, he put cash in the donation bucket too. Hey, he paid his tithes. He should have been paying his damn taxes, but that's a whole nother subject. Um, so they picture of him and airport. Like they told him, wait a minute, see if I look like he put $20 in the bucket. Boy, that's a welcome to the show, Sean Saxon out of LA, California, West Coast. Yeah, so um he went to church this morning. That was great of him. I'm glad the house of the and hopefully he got a word out of it. Hopefully dedicated to the Lord. Hopefully. But a lot of the churchgoers, um, a lot of them didn't have a mask on. Then on top of that, they was a lot of them was standing, wasn't social distant because they all jammed down to the altar to try to get a picture of them. So I could just imagine how those numbers are going to go up. Take it that at one point Las Vegas was the hot spot, and got out the hospital. What, it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow, and all this traveling he's doing is not good. Welcome to the show, Neva Patel. See your name come in all the time. You can actually chat live with us in the chat room. Radio said the church was just a photo op for its evangelist support. That's all. That's all it was. Because when I looked at when the first picture I seen, they was there, had their hand out, praying. I don't know what he was doing, but his hands and the first later hand was at the side, and I think he was just looking at the altar. He could have been praying. I don't know. I wasn't there, but you can't be going around playing with the Lord. Though it won't end good for you. So he keep on playing these games he want to. It's not gonna be good for him. But y'all can chat live with us in the chat room for the ones that just join. The question of the day: what have you learned from this pandemic, good or bad? What have you learned? T Cal said um, she learned to love her husband more. Radio said, let me find your um, can't find your comment, radio, but he has some talking about common senses. Just isn't that common. Yeah, excuse me. So definitely you could put your um comment in the chat. We can read it. I know some chat did not come up a while ago, but I'm trying to watch each monitor to make sure it do come up. Radio says Steve Bannon said recently, if Trump lose, he will run again in 2024. Speaking of that, I seen this video earlier, and I'm actually gonna play the sound bite off of it because it's this the type of mindset that people have, and it's disturbing. So with people having this type of mindset, it's like, really, you really feel this way? And it's crazy how the way that people feel, and listening to them, I'm like, man, y'all are in bad shape. That's why I say all the time, a lot of people going to hell with gasoline draws on. Eva Donkey said Trump Jr. 2024, the hell that will be. We'll never let another Trump back up in there. But hey, wishful thinking. Robin said, "Oh, good grief! Hopefully, he will be in prison by 2024." Yeah, I'm hoping as soon as the election is over, come January 20th, instead of him heading out to the helicopter, they actually take him out in cuffs. Um, so I'm gonna play this video, the soundbite from it, and it actually something that was posted on TikTok by Walter Masterson. Um, Hold on real quick, make sure it plays. So that's from a member of the Proud Boy. They was having a rally for Trump. Um, Not sure which city that was in, but he said basically when Trump said to stand by, told the Proud Boys to stand by, and um, basically he was saying that Trump told him be ready though, wait for his order. So the thing is, and I say this on lately on quite a bit of shows, if it's anyone here in the Metroplex, DFW Metroplex, that is needing to get your LTC license, send me a message, and I have people that can actually get you trained and get you ready for it, because this is crazy. So um people can make threats all day long. That's the intimidation to try to keep folks from voting. But regardless of whatever, we still need to vote. Um, Robin said it's such bullshit because so many of Trump's supporters say that it's BLM liners and Antifa, but the truth is the greatest threat to us, to this country, is Trump and the white supremacists. You're right. They are a threat. They are the biggest threat. They are a terrorist group. Um, because the way that they're trying to do this, and not only them, but um, it's on there. It's on there. I posted about three or 4 hours ago. Um, Not only a terrorist group, but even some leaders that we have, they trying to suppress people votes. Greg Abbott, one of them, when he tried to make it one drop off point for mail-in ballots, that's trying to suppress people votes. So with that being said, we need to take notes. Take notes. We need to make sure when their re-election come up, we vote them out. We get them out of office. Make sure our voice is heard loud and clear, because we don't need leaders like this, because they not for everybody. They only for a group of folks. That's all they for. So we need to make sure we let our voice be heard loud and clear that come November the 3rd, we're going to start with the biggest terrorist of them all, and that's Trump. And we're going to get his ass out of office. And we're going to start cleaning the swamp with him first, because the swamp got messy once he got in office. So we're going to start with him, get him out of office, and we're going to move on down. And then we're going to work on Congress, our senators, and our local officials also. So to all of you, you've been given notice, um, and you've been given that termination notice, because what's going to happen when election come up again? You got to go. We're going to get you out of office, since you only want to be one-sided. We're going to get you out of office. So Reddy also said they should change their name to the Proud Knuckleheads. um, so yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I know some of them probably are listening, want to see what it's about, what we're gonna say about them, and that's fine. That's fine. And just like I say all the time, you don't have to run. You can come in, make your comments. There's a platform for everybody. So definitely don't do a type by and keep going. Do like Eva Donkey. He's a proud Trump supporter. He come on the show, he make his comments, and I'm okay with that. Some of his comments don't make it to the stream, but it's okay. He's more than welcome to come and speak his mind. That's what this platform is built for. So T Cal said, so sad I'm going to rough when we vote him out. The fools are going to go crazy. Yeah, they're gonna go crazy. They are. Robin asked me to please post that blink in your page. I did post it. Just go to my home page, because that's where I got the sound bite from that post. So I'm gonna send it to you, because this is crazy. The way these folks are trying to do. Eva Donkey said, and that's why I like your tube, my dude. Hey, we can agree to disagree, and I'm okay. It's been a couple of things we have agreed upon since you've been here for almost a month now. So you are always welcome to come in with your comments. I have no problem with it. We're gonna have dialogue. We're gonna talk. We're gonna be respectful, and from that point, we all good. That's the way I see it. We can talk about anything. Long as you're respectful, I'm all for it. So that's it's crazy that we we still seeing these threats coming up um from the Proud Boys. And that's why I tell people, get ready, be ready, for you don't have to try to get ready if anything pop off. Kind of like Fenston, what that guy said. He said something I agree with. Yeah, I said I agree with him. But what he said was, that's why I would tell everybody to get ready. Get your guns together, get your ammunition together. You're exactly right. That's the only thing I will agree with. And that was at a Trump rally. So Robin said, people need to understand that these white supremacists are not just loner coming together in the woods to talk shit. These are people with badges and who hold high government office, such as the President of the United States. You're exactly right. That's why we need to vote them out. That's why we need to make sure we get them out of office. And if it's anybody that's still thinking, oh, um, my vote don't count, you don't believe that. That's what they want you to believe. That's exactly what they want you to believe. So, um, so it's definitely very important for everybody to vote. I know I voted. Um, when was it, Wednesday? Uh, my wife went. Uh, I want to say she went Thursday morning, I believe, or one day. I don't can't remember which day it was, but she went last week and voted. And I'm asking my friends, have y'all voted yet? Have you voted? Um, because it's important to vote. We don't have a choice. We need to vote like our lives depend on it because it do. Um, how long did you have to wait? Believe it or not, I was in there for waiting in line. Um, I was in there maybe 20 to 25 minutes. That's to do everything. And because it was at our church, I also uh talked with a couple of people. So I was there a total of 20, 25 minutes to walk from a car to go inside and um get registered and get my ballot and vote, sit around, talk for a couple of minutes with a couple of people, and then I went back to my car, got up out of there. So it was fairly quick. My wife, she went one morning, and it probably took her less than 10 minutes, maybe, to go in and vote. So the wait is not that long. Do not wait until November the 3rd to vote because then everybody going to be trying to come in there. So it's it, please do not wait until November the 3rd. Um, get it done early. Risky, I think she told me she went on Wednesday also. She went during her lunch break. Didn't take her long at all. So it don't take long to do it. You just have to go and do it. You have to have that willpower to do it. I talked about last week. If you are in Fort Worth, go on the website of the Trinity Metro out there, the bus service. They You can register to go to the poll for free. With Dallas County, DART is offering rides that started Saturday. Let me look at my notes. It started on this, yeah, it started on the 17th and it'll run through the 24th. And both of them have it on election day. But please do not wait until election day to get out and vote. Do it early, beat the rush, because on election day, you're going to hear all type of problems. Even though Dallas County, Tarrant County are having record numbers of early voting, that's good. But we also need to vote smart, informed. Take the time out, print out your sample ballots, do your homework on whoever on each other candidate, and decide who you're going to vote for. And you could take the sample ballot into the polling booth with you. So it don't take long to do it if you already know who you want to support, because that's one of the biggest problems is getting out there and you go in there and you like, oh man, I forgot who I was going to support. Was it this person? Was it that person? No, have it up there ahead of time for you would know. Um, let me see. Robin said, hold on. For some reason, I guess we having problems with the message tonight. But she said, my heart is heavy today. I spoke to my best friend who is having a hard time. And I've been hearing this from several friends. They are not able to continue to be friends with people who are supporting Trump. I feel the same way. And so does my boyfriend. It's not about politics. This really is about civil rights. And that's a shame. Uh, because here it is. I that was pretty much my answer for the question of the day when I said yeah, we're having some problems with the chat tonight because it won't let me stroll back up. Um I apologize. So I'm monitoring trying to monitor all the platforms so I can see um make sure I'm able to get everybody comments in. Um, but that's a shame that you know people and been knowing people for a long time. But that's the type of person Trump is. He's destroying friendships, destroying families because of what's going on. Robin said it's heartbreaking because these are issues that we have never really talked about, but it never would have dawned on us that we all didn't feel the same way. Um, Eva Donkey on YouTube asked, "Do you feel okay for voting for Joe as the actual Democrat representative?" Eva Eva Donkey, I said before, if I'm voting, it could be Tweety Bird and Buzz Bunny. I will vote for them before I vote for Trump. That's how bad it is. And that's being straight up honest. I'm not saying I agree with everything that Biden and Harris have in a background. I'm not saying I agree with everything they've done, but I do know with the mess that we're in today, it's no way in hell we could take another 4 years of that. There's no way. And even I understand you support Trump, you support him, and you have your rights to support him. I have no problem with whoever you support. But let's be honest, with all the lives that have been lost over the last what 8 9 months, all the lives that have been lost, over 200,000 lives. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with so many Americans losing a life over a lie and knowing that this man have lied to us? Look at the economy. Okay, before you say it, you're gonna say the economy is doing good. It's doing good for a rich person, but an average Joe, no, it's not doing good. So let's be honest. Also, with him only paying $750 the first year he was elected for taxes, I don't know anybody that will be okay with that because half of these supporters that's supporting him, they don't have a pot to pull piss out of. So I don't understand it. Um, yeah, I agree with you, Robin. Robin said Trump has destroyed everything he had touched, including our country. Yes, he have. He have. Because the reality of it is he didn't have to we could have had this under control for the simple fact If Trump left that team in place that was in place to prevent a pandemic, we could have been ahead of this. But a lot of people not realizing Trump haven't talked about a plan of putting another team in place. He won't talk about that because to him that's fake news. But that's the reality of it. For the simple fact, we had a team in place to prevent this. And Trump didn't care. He don't care. He never cared. So people would think um, Trump is okay, but no, Trump not okay. You can support whoever you want to. Um, I'm gonna try to refresh these chat because uh I'm not gonna do that because it's hold on. If it knocked me off, I'm gonna come right back. So hopefully it don't. Hopefully just refresh the chat and we can go on because it's kind of freezing up on my end. So I don't know if it's what's the response like on the other end. Because if I touch anything in the stream, it actually just frees it all up. So I'm actually trying to refresh this page. Just refresh the chat because it's causing the computer to freeze up altogether. So hopefully it don't knock us off there. But if it do, I will come right back. So but to answer your question, Eva Donkey, I don't want you to think if you put in chats in, they are coming in very slow. So do not think I'm trying to overlook your questions, and I will respond to them uh, as soon as it. And because it was working, and it may be the new software we're trying to put in, so that is causing it to mess up. But the reality of everything that's going on, Trump had messed up a lot of stuff in this country. Um, People are gonna say he the best president of all time. No, he's not. He's a bully. He's a bully. He's doing stuff that a kid would do on the playground, which is not right. So yeah, we need to change um, our leadership, not just the president. As a lot of other folks need to also be voted out. Even Cameron, the DA up in Kentucky, he got to go too. I'm not in Kentucky, but the reality of it, he lied about the Breonna Taylor case. Why you not doing your job? And I've heard this video over the weekend. Seen this video and also heard some audio that it's a lot of people that dropped the ball on that case. I'm trying to find out more information before I talk about it, but it's very disturbing. It's really jacked up. So it's not good. It's a lot of people heads need to be rolling, need to be disbarred, need to be in jail for uh, falsifying documents and everything else. So yeah, we need to make a difference. DA Cameron, he need to be fired and arrested. Lied to the grand jury, but he didn't present no evidence to them. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff that we need to do to make sure Um, make sure that we're able to get it squared away. Um, trying to see, I may end up having to go off. Okay, Robin, I can see your text, your things on my phone. Robin said it's fixable, but it may get worse before it get better. You're exactly right. It probably will. Uh, she also said I'm a Mayor Pete supporter, but aid vote for a tree over Trump. Exactly. I will vote for anybody before I vote for Trump. I don't care. Um, Hell, we could get Tom and Jerry up in there. I'll vote for them too. It wouldn't matter. Um, I won't be voting for Kanye though. I'm just saying. That's one thing I would not be doing is voting for Kanye. And I would not advise anybody to vote for Kanye or anyone else during this election. We need to get Trump out because if you voting for somebody else other than Biden and Harris, Trump going to be in there another 4 years. And don't complain. I guess that will be another 4 years. I'll be doing a podcast because hell, he's gonna keep messing up. So, um, the Robin said, "Yep." So the chat is really jacking up. I don't know what's going on with the system tonight, but uh, so I'm kind of going back and forth from my phone to make sure I'm looking at everyone comments as they come in, and we're on several platforms, so it's kind of hard to um, really see what's what. So if you are on YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, D Live, I don't know if Instagram ever got kicked off or not, but if you're on those platforms and if you are sending messages in, um, you unfortunately I can't get them. But what will happen is after I get off there, I will go back and respond to your messages. Um, Not sure exactly what's going on, but I'm trying to make sure we get it together. So I'm running between all the different platforms. Um, okay, I'm on the YouTube now, so uh, da da da. Oh, okay. I guess I can see them all on YouTube. I don't know for sure, but yeah. Look like radio um said I like Mayor Pete. You'll see him down the road running again. Um, Eva Donkey said, but Biden a perv, man. I I don't know. They say everybody is a perv, but we know on tape that Trump actually talked about grabbing women by the cuckoo. So hey, that's a pervert. Time I just walk up to them and grab them by the coochie. That's a pervert to me. That's an assault, sexual assault. So yeah, he admitted on tape, and that's one reason why he never should have been elected as president. That should have disqualified him right then and there, violating a woman right. And now he's trying to push the Supreme Court to also take Roe versus Wade out of the Supreme Court. So yeah, that's a pervert. Um, um, Eva Donkey said, and it's been found out that Biden stole a bunch of our tax money. Trump didn't pay no damn taxes. So, what you mean Biden stole a bunch of our tax money? Don't you know every time Trump goes to his hotel, how much money it costing us with Secret Service and everything that goes into place. And then on top of that, guess who paying that bill for his hotel? You don't think he's raising that price up in order for him to stay there? Yeah, he jacked the price up. Price probably 10 times more than what it would normally cost. But we're the ones paying the bill, and he ain't really paying anything. He's leaving a tip for the simple fact he only pays $750 in taxes. Um, Robin said, "Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that shit." Do you know that uh, ills not one person has accused Biden who has been willing to go under oath? So just stop. She's talking about the fact of Eva Donkey is calling Biden a pervert. Um, I don't I don't know that, man. And people argue and say, well, he kissing on baby. Politicians always have kissed the baby. I don't agree with it because it's a child. But then again, that was part of a strategy to go up, kiss the little baby on the cheek. That was part of it. Um, he talking about abolish the IRS. Robin, I don't know if you can see his message or not. I don't think you can because it's coming up on YouTube. But Robin said, "Listen, Trump supporters, you can say anything about nothing because you told us with your support for Trump that laws don't matter. It's a joke to call anyone. Um, that's all I can see." Damn, I wish this message. I'll go back to Facebook and see if I can pull it up. But then Eva Donkey said everyone's afraid to go under oath. They don't want to be suicidal by Hillary. Yeah. Then Eva Donkey said Jeffrey didn't kill himself. Hell, we all know that. That's why they got to watch out for his girlfriend. Um, someone came in, said 45 lies. Because of your comment, it's not gonna show it, and I'm not gonna approve it. But he did say a creepy uh that was his wife in porn. Said a creepy porn President Trump. I'll show it. It's not that bad. Um, I'll show it on there. Because as long as you ain't putting no links up there, because it won't come up. That is a fact because his wife was in the porn back in the days. 4 more years or life behind prison bars. I will say, let his ass go to prison. That's my opinion. Let him go to prison because we cannot deal with 4 more years of him. Welcome to the show, by the way, 45 Lies. He also said, keep lying, Trump. So I don't know if you're a Trump supporter or not. Not sure. But he said, keep lying, Trump. So, yeah, either way, he's going somewhere. So, and not only that, Nancy gave him 48 hours to come up with a plan for a stimulus package. Robin said, listen, I have 5 kids. One of them competes in a Special Olympics. I got so many pictures of me hugging kiddos. I don't know. It doesn't take much to make. Let me go back to Facebook so I can see your full comment. Because sometimes it's all the comments are not coming up. So, and I apologize for that. Okay. The other one you said was listen, Trump supporter, you can say anything about nothing because you told us with your support for Trump that laws don't matter. It's a joke to call out anyone for anything when you have a corrupt criminal. All right, we back. Welcome back to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt Dog. Not sure what happened a while ago, but like I kept saying earlier, I was having problems with the system. But we are back. We will continue our conversation for tonight. Um, so welcome. Go ahead and come back into the house. We was talking about some great comments that came up from Robin, from um, Eva Donkey, 45 Lies on YouTube Radio. We're back on again, um, for the simple fact that we had some technical issues. So hopefully it's fixed now. Um, Not sure exactly what happened. So, um, um, oh, T. Callan came back. She said, "Glad you're back." I'm glad we back too. We was having some great conversation about um Trump and reason why people support him. I know some people were saying that on YouTube they was talking about uh Trump lied. 45 Lies came in and he started setting it up on fire. He was like, "Hey, he lied about the wall. He lied about locking her up, and he lied saying that it was going to disappear. And the COVID still haven't disappeared. Instead, it got worse. So, um, so uh, that's just kind of interesting how people have their mindset that no matter what, Trump is telling the truth. You have to open your eyes. Welcome back to the show, Robin. Sorry about that. I don't know what was going on, but everything froze on my end, and then I got an alert. We was off the air, so I'm glad you came back, sticking with us. Hopefully, Eva Donkey will come back in and uh, say the things he was saying, and also 45 Lives Radio and everyone else that was tuning in. So definitely come on back in the house and we can um, finish the conversation and go from there. Yeah, excuse me. But so it was kind of interesting. 45 Lies brought up that Trump lied, said he lied about the wall, which he did. Trump said that Mexico was going to pay for the wall, which They president said, no, we're not. We're not paying for no damn wall. We're not going to do that. Um, and so Trump lied about that. Then um, he also lied and said they was going to lock Hillary up, and that didn't happen. Now, Eva Donkey mentioned a while ago that it was 180,000 indictment on Hillary, Bill, and several other people. And I was explaining to him during that time, if before the system crashed, I was explaining to him, if it's 180,000 indictment on them, where are the charges? That would be all over the news. And like I was explaining to him, you cannot get news from just one particular outlet. You need to be able to go to no sound on YouTube. Okay, let me find out what's going on because it. Hold on. Radio said there's no sound on YouTube. Did you come back on the on the new one, or are you still on the old one? Because I'm not sure why um there's no sound on there. It should definitely be. What about now? And I show, hey, we're having these yeah, something is going on with the system because I'm trying to get into YouTube myself. Okay. Can you hear me now? Because I can hear myself on YouTube. I just went on there and I have it playing in the background. Can you hear it? Uh, Robin said, did you see now? He was saying, lock her up to Mayor Whitmore. Wisconsin, less than a week after his nutcases were arrested for their plot to kidnap her. His coach was chatting yesterday to lock her up. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy how they doing it. And these are some sick folks in the world. Um, there's a lot of sick people in the world. So I'm not it doesn't surprise me. Yeah, it was Michigan. Um yeah, Michigan that they try to kidnap her. And they also talked about kidnapping Virginia governor, I believe. They talked about kidnapping him also. Robin said, I can hear you. Sid Phillips, welcome to the show. He said, does the saying fathers knows best still apply if it's 7 in the morning and he's already had 3 Bud Lights? Hey, each his own. Yeah, that's an alcoholic 7 in the morning. But Robin said Michigan, excuse me. But radio, let me know if you can hear us now, because I pulled it up on my phone and I can hear. So check your plug on your headphones. But that's interesting. And then like the mayor of Wichita, Kansas, the guy got upset because he put in a mass put a mass order in place because their number are spiking, and this guy threatened to cut his throat, wanted to kidnap him, and said that he needed the hangman need to come see him, and said he said it because he's a Democrat. So that tells you what type of people we're dealing with. It shouldn't be about any parties at all. We're in a pandemic. We're in a pandemic where a lot of lives have been lost and will continue to be lost as long as we don't follow the orders of the doctors, because people just have to realize that, hey, how can I prevent from getting this? That's why Trump did the drive-by that Sunday while he was in the hospital, for the simple fact he didn't want y'all to know how bad it was. But people are so naive and feel like he's just okay. Everything he say is correct. No, it's not. Um, Robin said, "There's crazy. This is nuts. Look how many countries have lost less than 1,000 people, for gosh sake." Exactly. We are the worst. We are the worst dealing with the pandemic. And now everybody in Trump camp, whenever they give a news conference, first thing they want to say, hopefully a vaccination will come soon. But if he would have left that team in place, I think it wouldn't have been that bad. I think we probably wouldn't have as many deaths. I think we probably would have a cure by now. So it's starting to get worse. Look at Chris Christie. He actually said, you know what? He apologized, said that he didn't take this virus serious enough until he got it. Once he got it, then he's like, wait a minute, this is serious. He spent 7 days in ICU, and he immediately came out and said, hey, this virus is very real. And he said, I was sorry I didn't take it serious at the beginning, but he's taking it serious now. But we still have a couple of folks, Trump and some other leaders, that refuse to protect themselves and protect the people they're around. Look at the White House chief of staff. He didn't want to interview with the press when they asked him if he could put his mask back on. Look at Ted Cruz. After he quietly was in quarantine after that White House nomination, he had coronavirus and he went into quarantine. Nobody knew about it until after he came out. And when he came out, he goes to the hearing, didn't wear a mask, refused to give an interview with the press because they asked if he could put a mask on. Well, these people don't understand that, hey, you just had it. You putting our lives at risk, all to try to make it seem like it's not that bad, because you're trying to cater to just a certain demographic of people. And that's a problem within itself. You cannot do that. You gotta be for the people if you're gonna be in politics. And if not, we're gonna vote your ass out. That's all to it. We're gonna get you up out of there, for the simple fact you don't need to be in that position where our tax dollars are paying your salary, your insurance. Oh, you get that good insurance, because no matter what happened to you, you're covered. You don't have a high deductible. You don't have to uh, meet your a certain amount before your insurance is paid in full 100%. So yes, we need to vote you out and let you understand that we're not going to deal with it. Um, Robin said and I assume it's supposed to be none of this should be politicized. It's insane. It's a damn pandemic, for gosh sake. Exactly. We're in a pandemic. We are. We are. That's all it is. We're in a pandemic and people think it's a game. I say all the time, you have one life. One life. Once that life is over, you can't go up and push reset like you would on a video game. That life is over. It's done with. It's no coming back. Your history. That's all you are. And guess what? Trump don't care. You supporting Trump, you going out here to the rallies not wearing masks, and you supporting him, you want to go into the business, don't wear your mask, and that's a problem. Because the thing is, every business have a right to refuse service. And if you're trying to go up in those business without a mask, they have every right to refuse service. They have to protect their self. They have to protect their employees. They have to protect their other guests. Yeah, they have every right to do it. I seen a video earlier today. This woman goes into a bookstore and didn't want to put a mask on, so they refused to check her out. And the thing is about this bookstore, they have it set up where if people want to come in that don't wear a mask, they have certain hours they could do that. Either certain days, an hour before, or an hour before opening, or an hour after closing. People can come in and shop if they don't want to wear a mask. I feel like that's giving them too much leeway, because the question I would have for that bookstore: are you cleaning before them? Are you cleaning after them? For the simple fact, you talking about an hour before you open. At what time are you gonna what time are you gonna go and clean that entire store, because you allowing them to come in without a mask? Just like an hour after. Are you having someone come in after they leave to clean? Because you don't know if they have this virus or not. And from the report that came out last week, they don't know how long this virus can live on surface. Welcome to the show. I love my king. She's actually watching on YouTube. Um, no, they're not cleaning them. They don't have enough time. So if I come in that bookstore after you just had one of these events, are you going to take responsibility if I get COVID? Because here it is, you're allowing this foolishness to happen, and it shouldn't. Robin says, seriously, that's ridiculous. I will quit because that's not fair to their employees. And yes, all of those who come in after them, no way. I wish I knew the name of the store and the location for them to do things like this. They don't need to do it. They don't need to do it at all. And I would not support them. I would not support them either. Um, so it sounds like you're a pervert, Sid Phillip. I'm not gonna put that mess up there. Matter of fact, hold on, I got something for that, because um where your message at? Um, we'll just remove that and keep on going. So we're not gonna do anything like that. I don't care who you support, but one thing you're gonna do is be respectful. If not, you can exit left. So um, other than that, we're not gonna tolerate that, because I will report the dumbass stuff that you're saying. Um, that's a pervert. Maybe that's what Eva Donkey was talking about when he was talking about Joe Biden. Because you're talking about 13-year-old girls, you're a pervert. So, um, but like I said, dumb comments like that, I'm not gonna even address that. Um, so you more than welcome to stay, but the dumb comments, you can keep them to yourself. That's one thing we're not gonna do. We're not gonna be disrespectful in any type of way. And if you got a problem with that, exit left. If not, I'll help you exit left. But once again, certain things we're just not going to tolerate. Um, um, Radio said, I don't blame you. Like my King said, distraction. Exactly. Robin says sick people trolls. Exactly. And that's why when it end up, they continue to follow Trump, because I know it's Trump trolls that is coming. Hell, it might be Trump himself. He might be in there sitting on the toilet. Oh, he's talking about me. Exactly. And now he want to get on here and troll me. Don't be afraid. Be truthful to yourself. Don't hide behind a keyboard. And like I tell everybody, you more than welcome to come on the show and speak your mind, but you will be respectful. So other than that, we're gonna move on from there. Um, but that's how people do. I don't mind people that have different views than myself come in, make comments, and but one thing you are gonna do is be respectful. You're gonna be respectful not only to me, but also everyone else in the chat room also. Um, but we need to. That's why it's important. We need to vote November the 3rd. Hopefully, everybody have already voted. Don't worry about the lines. Like I said, I was there maybe in 20, 25 minutes, and I stood around and talked for a couple of minutes. Um, so definitely uh, get out and vote. Don't let the line discourage you, because what a lot of these news doing here locally, they'll show these long lines going into the polls. But that could have been the first day, and they still showing those long lines, trying to discourage people from voting. So definitely find a location. If you are in Dallas County, you can vote at any location here in Dallas County um, before the before November the 3rd. So that helps out. Find a location where it won't take you that long. My wife, she went to a church up the street from us, and in there probably no less than 10 minutes. In and out. Went in, got signed up, got a ballot, out of there. No time at all. So Robin said these people need to back under the rocks. Trump inspired them to crawl out from under. Exactly. They need to go back up under those rocks, because people are crazy. They're crazy during this time. And people think Trump is a glass of fine wine. No, Trump is poison. He's poison, because he's poisoning a lot of people's mind, because he giving them the okay to do certain things, say certain things, and try to treat people certain ways. So yeah, Trump do not need to be in office. Another 4 years just won't work for me. Um, Radio said just over 2 weeks away. Yep, the election will be here before you know it. You know it. Uh, Love My King said they never had fine wine. Exactly. Speaking of wine, I actually uh, eh, I went and picked up some wine last week. I haven't tried it yet. Um, was it last week? Well, I picked up two type of wines this past week. Black Year Magic. They have 4 different brands, and I got all 4. Haven't tried them yet. And also uh, got the Snoop wine also. So I'm gonna see how that is also. So I hear some good things about them. I haven't tried them myself, but I'm gonna try them out and see. So um, I'll drink wine every once in a while, but I'm just waiting for the right day. I was gonna do it Thursday, but I wasn't feeling that great, and I had took some medication. So don't want to miss them. So, but definitely, um, the question of the day. I know Love My Kinks just came in. What have you learned from this pandemic, good or bad, during this time? If you want to answer that question, that would be great. Um, I know for myself, um, I've learned, I've always questioned certain people, but people that you've been knowing for over 30 years, they really showing a butt. Um, no, they showing a racism, um, they racist ways from what they normally would do. So I'm not surprised about it. Definitely not that, because I knew when I was 16 and hung out with these folks, I knew what type of person they were then. Well, I knew the upbringing they had. So, and it's only right for them to keep that tradition of going. Um, T. Cal said she was able to spend time with her husband, um, and reconnect with him. Radio Chaos said um, he learned that a lot of people don't know how to think for themselves during this time. They prefer to just listen to what people tell them and not research and do things for themselves. And Robin, uh, oh, she said that one of the problems she have is people are they finding out that it's really heartbreaking to find out people that you've been knowing, they have different views, not just about politics, but just everyday life. And those are questions that she never thought to ask people before she became close to them. But now she just not finding out how they are. So um, that's some of the comments that came in. And we had some technical issue earlier. I do apologize for it, but we're back on now. And we're going to stay on for another, I'm gonna say another 30 minutes to make up the time that we lost. Um, but definitely, um, we need to get out and vote by any means necessary. Matter of fact, I heard there's a retirement home. I believe it's in DeSoto. That is welcome to the show, Marcella Smith out of Louisiana. So power to you too. Welcome. Thank you for always tuning in. There's a um, a retirement center in DeSoto that basically said they were not going to bring a residents to go vote, and which is crazy. Um, so I know Pastor Marcus King got wind of it, and he talked with some people that is trying to uh, make sure they can go vote. And I believe he actually posted, if it's someone in that retirement center that would like to vote, he put it in there where they could call the number and they'll make arrangement for them. Apologize, I don't have the information in front of me, but if you know of some places that are having issues like that, and you know your loved ones are in these facilities, just like voting is important. If your loved ones are not in these facility, it's gonna hit them in the pockets. So whichever facility that is, if you know that your loved ones are in there and they don't want to bring them to go vote to let their voice be heard, maybe you need to take your loved ones out of that location and find somewhere else to take them to. because this place is getting paid, why you won't allow their voice to be heard? So that's that's some of the ways that people try to do voter suppression. Just because you know certain people not going to support who you supporting, but then again, you want to keep the ones that's going to vote for somebody different than you from going to let their voice be heard, and that's wrong. It's not right. So I say, hey, move them out. Now, I will start looking for other places where they can go vote, and that is going to be neutral in the situation. You don't want my family member to go vote, but I don't want you to get no more of their money. I'll find somewhere else to take them, and that's how you do that. Hit them where it hurt, in the pocket. Um, yes, it is. Radio said the voter suppression is off the hook in the U.S. Yes, it is. It's definitely is. They will try by any means necessary. Um, Now we hear sometime that um, that's one reason why um, certain charges would be brought up on the minority community, for they won't be able to vote. They will get charged with a felon, and if you don't know your rights, or if you don't have the access to be able to fight these charges, even though you may or may not have done them, but if you don't know your rights, and if you don't have the finances to financially fight it, well, guess what? You lose your voter rights. You could eventually get it back, but the problem is, um, you got to be off papers. You have to pay all your dues before you get the opportunity of getting your voter rights back. That's in Texas. I know some other location, other states have them too, but each one is different. Uh, Chuck, welcome to the show. He say race doesn't matter, and isn't important. That's your opinion. You welcome to your opinion. Explain that though. Give me a clear explanation of what you're trying to say. But race does matter to some people. I see that you have according to your picture, you have I don't know if that's you or just your famous artist or something, but according to your picture, you black. And unfortunately, in America, our skin, the color of our skin, make a big difference on how we're treated. Matter of fact, I'll tell you how bad it is. Uh, well, some people do. Well, the system itself do, and I'm about to break it down for you. He said only racist cares about people race. Now, let me break it down. I seen, that's who I thought it was, but my screen is kind of small. Wasn't sure, but I seen this past weekend where this sister, and I forgot where she lived at. Um, she's selling her home, and when she removed anything that said that she was black, the value of her house went up $130,000, just because there was no signs to say that she was black. So that's the type of things we have to be concerned about. Here it is. I don't know how long she lived in this house. I don't know what neighborhood it was in. But as soon as for the as she was trying to sell her home, and she removed anything that where they could tell what race she was, immediately her value of her home went up $130,000 to get it sold. Well, because this is presented to us. Continue with talking about race, only create division. What Trump talk about it all the time, and he had the biggest platform ever. So as for my platform, it's small. And unfortunately, when we talk about Trump telling the Proud Boys to stand by, um, then you got the Proud Boys coming out making threats. Then you have certain politicians coming out and supporting certain groups, but then they come to the black community and want our votes during election time. So um, yeah, they don't talk about it. And the reason why, he said Asian people don't always talk about race. They just keep it moving. They just keep on dominating. That's because what they do, they come into the black community, set up whatever shop they're going to set up, but then they want to treat us like mess. So it is definitely race playing a part, because here it is, all these people, they come into our neighborhood where we have the local convenience stores, we have the nail shops, we have the different type of restaurant. They come into our neighborhood, but then they want to treat us uh, like we're second class or whatever. So that's a problem. That's why I don't support business like that. If I go into a place and I hand you my money and you turn around with my hand out, you put it on the counter, no, give me all my money back. I'll take my business elsewhere. I would not support a business like that. I do support more black owned business. I've always been a supporter of black owned business. And when I go and get my feet done every 2 weeks, I go to a black owned uh, nail bar to get it done. So I won't go to those shops anymore. If I cannot be treated right, respected, when I go in there, I'm not spending money with them. And I don't care what race you are. You could be black. I still would not spend money with them if I'm not getting treated right. If you can't respect me, my money cannot respect you. I'm going to go on down the street somewhere. Uh, Now, when Trump retweeted, when those folks was on that golf cart talking about white power, that was, he retweeted it. He thought it was fun. That was raceful. When Charlottesville happened, what did he do? He refused to denounce um, white supremacists, just like he did with in the first debate. He said, "Proud Boys, stand down and stand by," when he was asked if he's going to denounce them. So he refused to do that. So because of that, he's a racist person. Um, Radio said Trump has emboldened racists to bend their views out into the open again. Yes, they have. It's a different time now. Um, well, first of all, what you may not know, a lot of these foreigners that comes into our neighborhood, a lot of them get grants. They get grants from the government to open these business. Here it is. We can be from America, A1 credit, and we got to jump through loops to try to get a business, a line of business credit to open up a business. So, but here it is. People, they come here all the time. They open up business. They get these grants. They don't have to pay them back, and they don't have to go through all the loops like we have to. So that's a problem within itself. So you ask, Why didn't black people open the shop first? There you go. That's the reason why. Because a lot of time we unable to get them done. So uh, going to specify specific place of business because of the merchant race is racism. Well, because here it is, I'm talking about what we see mostly in our neighborhoods, what we see in the urban community. We see liquor stores, check cashing, nail shops. We see different restaurants that is owned by different type of folks. So yeah, that is a concern. uh, Check cash in place on every corner next to a liquor store. That's a problem because it's trying to um, is bringing the value of the community down, and then a lot of time, like here in Dallas, in the southern section of Dallas, a lot of people don't have grocery stores for at least 5 miles away from them. That's a problem within itself. Had a Walmart right down the street uh, in the neighborhood, then all of a sudden they just got up and closed. No reason, no why, just closed. It was convenient to a lot of people because there's a lot of apartment complex over there. People could walk to the Walmart. They could drive to the Walmart. Now you got to go 5 miles down the road just to get to a grocery store. So yeah, that is a problem. Um, well, they probably do. They probably do. That's their choice. And it's some that do. It's a lot of them that do. If they find out it's owned by a minority, they come in there and they'll try to do whatever, talk bad to them, and expect for them to just do whatever they say. That ain't how it works. Love My King said, "What make you think Asian business owners aren't talking about race? Of course they are. Their business statistically placed in neighborhoods or areas that are certain ethnic group will pace rise." That's exactly what I just said. They will take it to the urban community, and then they will treat you like mess when you come in there. Some of the convenience stores, what they would also do, they will follow you around like the beauty supply house. They will follow you around because the beauty supply is $1 billion industry every year. I think it's like 10 billion a year, probably more than that. So they bring them to the urban community. That's why I support places like Lynn Beauty Depot over in DeSoto. I support them because they are black owned and they also are veteran owned. So yes, I do support them because we need more places like that. We need to be able to spend money in our own community with people that's going to respect us and people that look like us. So we need to keep our money in our own community. Um, you can spend your money wherever you want to. I make the choice not to spend money with other people. Now, uh, everywhere I spend money is not always black owned, but it's certain places I won't go to for the simple fact you missing the point. Like I said, if I'm not treated with respect, I don't spend money with them. I'll drive another couple of miles down the road to go somewhere where I know I'm gonna get respect. So yeah, it's no way possible where you can just spend all your money within the black community because we don't own a lot of service station. So you got to spend money to get gas. Uh, we don't own a lot of convenience stores, so we got to spend money to get gas. And in Dallas, I don't think it's too many. I don't think it's any black-owned grocery store. I may be wrong, but from what I know, there's none. So we have to. get grocery. So you cannot say, but if a black person say they won't go to a store that isn't black owned, it's okay. We gotta spend money with everybody. So uh no, I'm not complaining about being a victim. I'm making a difference. I'm making a difference about everything. And first of all, I don't go to check cash in place. So um and that's why we have protests going on with that to get them out of the certain out of our community, because uh, are these payday loan companies that are charging what 1,000 times more than the loan interest rate. So no, I don't support nothing like that. Luckily enough, I'm blessed enough not have to deal with them. Lama King said the products that are sold are geared to specify demographic. It's not by coincidence. They have been talking about race. Exactly. They know exactly what's going to sell in what area. They know this because you can't go up to, you can in certain part of North Dallas, um, but in the upper class North Dallas, you're not going to find a liquor store on the corner on every block. You're not going to have that. You may have some chain of liquor stores in that area, but you're not going to find a check cashing place on every block. Liquor stores. Um, you're not going to find some of these uh, nail bars that is just basic. You're gonna find spars and stuff like that. So no, it's not about um, making excuses at all. Um, okay, there you go again, repeating yourself. They're there because there is a market for it. Stop going to check cashing place. I don't go to check cashing place. Never have. No, that's not me. Uh, well, the problem is, yeah, Asian. They may not be complaining at the beginning, but yeah, because they have a upper hand. Because here it is, a lot of people look at Asian, think they're very smart business, and that's why you don't hear a whole bunch about them in the news when crimes are happening in their areas too. So only time you hear about it when it comes down to um if it's a crime that happened to them and a minority person did it, that's the only time we hear about it on the news. And that's the same with the upper class too. Like my King said, because it isn't holding them back. Exactly. They don't walk into a place and be judged or being followed when they go into these stores. They don't have that issue. They skin is not a threat. Their skin is not a threat, in case you didn't hear me, Chuck. So basically, um, what happened is, because we're black and we could go anywhere and be profiled by many of people. Um, People do it all the time. If white people went to places because it was white owned, people call that racism. You have your choice. You can spend money wherever you want to. I just choose not to spend with certain places. You can spend with whoever, uh, because it's not. What's wrong? What's wrong with supporting our own? Isn't that what Trump do? Support Trump get his friends out of jail. Okay, so why not? Trump hooked all his homeboys up with the PPE loan. One of his friends owned a private jet company. He got the largest amount of this PPE loan for a small private jet company. He got more than the airlines. So, yeah, what's wrong with supporting our own? It's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. You must realize the black dollar have we spend the most in the black community every year. So we have a lot of power within our black community. So what's wrong with us wanting to support our own people? That's just like when Black Wall Street happened. What happened with that? As soon as they start thriving, here it is. Some racist bastards come in and want to blow the place up and kill all those people. Not just Black Wall Street, talking about also North Carolina. I believe it was Wilmington, North Carolina, Chicago. It been several massacres that have happened across this world. And in the U.S., as soon as the black community start thriving, they come up, they want to destroy it. So yeah, it's nothing wrong with us wanting to support our own. Um, Radio said payday loans are the biggest scam. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Uh, uh, I don't do payday loan. I thank God I don't have to. So um, again, stop trying to be a victim. I'm not saying I'm being a victim, but I'm making people having knowledge of it, bringing it to their attention for they know exactly what's going on, because everybody may not realize the scam within it. So um, that's that's my choice. That's my choice. It's your choice to have your views, and I have my views. That's fine. So I'm glad you're on here. Matter of fact, tell some of your friends, like the page and click the notification for whenever we come on. When we come on, and you're more than welcome to come back on and chit chat with us. Because you have your opinion, I have my opinion. We may not agree, but it's okay. Long as you are respectful, you more than welcome to stick around. Once you start getting disrespectful, that's when you gotta go. Um, if white people supported our own, they would call that racism. It's damn double standard. Okay, first of all, when you say uh, if white people supported our own, they would call that racism. It's a double standard. Let me explain something to you. Um, I can't think of the name of that barber shop. No, they normally send you stuff in the mail saying, "Hey, you could get a cut. Um, Come try us out. A free cut, whatever it is, name is, that's fine." Well, I decide one day, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go try them out. They keep sending me all this stuff in the mail. Let me go try them out. As you can see, I wear my hair bald. My head is shaved. Not one person in there, let them tell you, not one person in there knew how to shave a bald head with the clippers. None of them look like me. But when you go to school to be a barber or a beautician, you have to learn how to deal with different texture of hair. I wasn't going in there to get a fade or anything like that. I was going in there to get a bald head, get my beard trimmed, but they didn't know how to do it. That's what they claim. That's the easiest way of saying we don't want your business. So would I go to places like that? And basically what they're saying is they didn't want my business and they didn't want to deal with people like me. So yeah, I don't mind going to support my own people. I'm proud. I'm proud to support my own people. And I do support other business too, but if I have a minority owned place had the same type of business, I'm always support them first. Now, if I get bad service there, I won't support them. So just like anywhere else, it's not a wishy-washy thing. It's all about great customer service and getting what I need. And I don't mind paying a little bit extra if I have to. So yeah. But Chuck, I sure appreciate you for tuning in. Matter of fact, where are you located? And I don't know if you heard the question from the for today. Uh, what have you learned from this pandemic, good or bad? And I would assume while you coming in um, trying to attack me, um, it's I have a mouth just like you have a keyboard. We could go back and forth. So I have no problem with it at all. So but if you don't mind, what state are you tuning in at? Uh, definitely let us know. And, and I'm gonna ask you the question that I've asked other people. Are you okay with Trump lying to us about the pandemic? He lied to us for several months, but he was telling somebody else the truth behind closed doors. Are you okay with that? Inquiry minds want to know. Uh, you can do business with whoever you want to. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Um, because the thing is with me, I judge everybody by the way they treat me. I don't go by what someone else told me. If I'm treated right, that's what I go by. That's it. So, um, but you can catch us live on Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central Time, and also on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central Time with special guest Miss Risky is in the house on Thursday. So definitely tune back in and come on in. Let's chat some more. In the future, show up early because normally would have been off the air by now, but we had some technical issues, so uh, I decided to stay on a little bit longer. Uh, if that's your choice, I can't tell you how to spend your money. You spend your money however you want to. You can spend it. I don't care if you did it with a alien. Uh, you can spend your money how you want to. Uh, oh Lord, they coming in late tonight. Welcome to the show, Bob Tuna. Look like landslide brewing. Go Trump, go. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that's what y'all wishful thinking. So you can support who you want to, but I know I'm not supporting them. Never have supported them. But radio, I see you. Have a good night. Talk to you later. Thank you for always tuning in. Bob, Chuck, like the page. Continue to um, follow the page and click the notification for when we come on. We come on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. On Thursday, we have Risky in the house on Thursday. So definitely come back any one of those nights, and we can have a dialogue. And as long as you are respectful, we can have that dialogue. But once you get rude, you gotta go. So until then, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time. Um, no, I'm I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna get off here. I'm not supporting Trump because he's a racist bastard. It's a known fact. I'm gonna break it down before you say anything. Because when Central Park 5 happened, he took out a big ad talking about uh, lynching the guys that was accused for it, and then on top of that, they was innocent. And once he found out they was innocent, he still didn't apologize. He been sued several times because he refused to let minorities live in his business, in his um complex. He didn't want them to live there. So yeah, Trump is a racist. However you put it, he's a racist. That's racist activity, as you want to say. So bottom line is, you can um, support whoever you want to, but as many people said earlier tonight, they wish people would start researching, not just listening to what certain people are saying. Research the facts for yourself. Um, and once again, you saying, okay, respect. Trump said he did more for black community than any other president. Okay. Key word is Trump said. And if you haven't learned by now, Trump is lying about a lot of things. He's lying about a lot of things. So you said Trump said, and that's not good at all. Um, so it's whatever. You talking about Herschel Walker? Hell, I know it's time for me to go now because Herschel been tackled too many times. Check the show out; you'll see what I'm talking about. You can follow it on YouTube and go look at the show we did about Herschel Walker. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and uh, thank y'all for tuning in. Come back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time. Until then, I love each and every one of you, including you, Bob, Chuck, Eva Donkey, and everybody else that have listened tonight that don't agree to my views. That's your choice. That's why we can agree to disagree. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Until tomorrow night. We will talk then. Come back tomorrow and we'll talk about Herschel tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Time tomorrow night.